Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run7. How you doing? Today on Defense Up, we're going over Antablade's defense. Got some pretty cool things in here. I think that they have been watching my videos because I went through these and I was like, wow, like these are great. These are great. So I hope that's the case. I hope, because I'd love to take credit for this, really. That'd be fantastic. Also, if you're wondering why I have marshmallows stuck in my ears, it's because I'm trying out some new earbuds. They kind of look pretty weird. I don't know if they're going to work out or not, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, team. Oh, we grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. I'm feeling really peppy today. A lot of people stopping by the stream. It's been a fun morning already. Okay, so team number 1 is the Mercs. This is pretty much perfect. We have the proper placement. You got the proper ISOs. You could make Lieutenant a striker, but he's already war ready and healer fits him pretty well. Besides, he's only attacking every other turn, so that striker's not getting as much value. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of the healer ISO 8 mechanic either. But you do have skirmisher where it's supposed to be. I mean, this is great. I think you get an A for the team. I can't think of anything to improve. The only thing is maybe, just maybe, you know what? Not even that. I was going to say he's a little bit low on power, but the thing is you just don't have the T4s in him, but you do have the gear, so he's still going to be hard to knock down. I was worried about X-Force coming in here on this, but you have it set up to ward against Skilletary. Man, this is a great team. Nice job. That's an A for that team. Team number 2 is Pimtech. I'm not excited about Pimtech. This is a filler team. I think we could do better by taking maybe Ghost and Yellow Jacket, maybe throwing in like Ultron, Vision, making some sort of a villain tech defense, something like that. Yes, Vision isn't villain, I know, but he does spawn with defense up and gives it to the rest of the team. But you know, you've already got a hefty investment in the rest of the team here, probably because you were awarded that crappy raid lane, right? The PymTech raid lane that everybody hates so much. Let's see, Skirmisher on these two. You got Fortifier over here, like that. Raider, Striker on her. This is looking good. The only thing I would recommend is let's swap places with Ghost and Yellow Jacket. That way, you have the 2 dodgy characters on either side of Yellow Jacket, and dividing Yellow Jacket from the tanks that taunt. So, by the way, the reason you want Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man as Skirmisher is because they call a taunt 50% of the time, one of them 50% of the time, the other. And then you put Striker here, so you get that triple hit combo off of Ghost. This is great. Tweak the placement, and I could give you an A for this team. There are better defenses to be building with these two, but really, at what you're doing, this isn't a waste. So I'm going to give you an A- for that. Team number 3. Look here, we have this Marauder Brotherhood combo here. Let's see. Okay, so we got Fortifier on the tanks. You've got Mystique as a Raider. Now, you don't have any strikers on the team, so it really doesn't matter about vulnerables. Honestly, Mystique as a level 5 skirmisher would be good, but she's kind of a crappy character. I can't really recommend you invest in her. She's war ready, so maybe leave her. But honestly, I think you could find a better person to put in here, like maybe Blob. Put Blob in here as a level 5 skirmisher. You know, he'll be retaliating. So there's a cool little thing that happens with Juggernaut and Magneto. When Juggernaut gets hit when Magneto is on the field or on the team, he gives turn meter to all other protectors. So you could put Blob in here and Blob would get a little bit more turn meter. He's getting extra turn meter. You've got 5 mutant villains, so Strife is working out. This is a great team. I think we could do better than Mystique. I don't like her Raider ISO, but it's already invested, so, you know, don't change it. She's not worth changing. I just think you should maybe think about somebody else in here, another villain mutant. I think Blob's a great pick for that. Emma, of course, is a great pick too. but I think you're using Emma to better use elsewhere. Also, she's starting to make an impact on war offense, and you always want to be building your war offense first and then use whatever's left over for defense. I like this team, though. I think it's a really good team. I'm going to give you a B+ for this. It's working out pretty well. I think it's something that people are going to have trouble with, and this is a number that, you know, you might get some pretty good punch downs into this team. Team number 4 is what used to be Wave 1 Avengers, but we kind of rebuilt it here. You took out Hawkeye and Black Widow and replaced it with Sif and Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel doesn't have a lot of synergy with his team. It's just a plug-and-play character that we're no longer using anywhere. Unfortunately, she's really power-crept and doesn't do as much damage as she used to. 7 red stars on Sif. That's probably why you chose to put her in here. Plus, she's pretty well developed. She's a trash toon, but she does have synergy with Thor, giving him the charges. She's kind of a good replacement on this team, actually, because a lot of people are going into it with that hella natural or supernatural teams blinding or stunning the Hulk, blinding Thor. And so putting her in there, it's another tank that taunts and also collects charges for Thor. So it's kind of useful. Not a bad build. Let's see, we got Raider, Striker, Healer. I kind of like Raider on her, but you already got her at level 5, so leave it. Healer on the other 2 tanks. Sure, why not? That works. I'm going to give you a B+ for this team also. I think there's better builds, but you're probably using Black Widow elsewhere, like on a skeletal offense or maybe a different defense, I'm not sure. But and so you just decided to take Hawkeye out too because he's not doing a whole lot. He does land those blinds, and if you got him built up, he's okay on this team and has good synergy. He has good synergy with the Hulk and Thor, so it's something to do. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just not excited with Captain Marvel anymore. But that's pretty good. Moving on, team number 5, we've got a Uncanny Doom build. This is kind of nice. Phoenix isn't really here to turn into Dark Phoenix. She's here to give cover for Doom. To allow Doom to keep going. People do come into this team with a Kestral so that she doesn't spawn that. You can also come into it, well, you'd have trouble with Black Order, but if you have, you know, level 5 Skirmisher on Ebony Maw, you can come into it with a Black Order, and then it really kind of ruins the Dark Phoenix. She comes in with ability block, it's able to do it. But, you know, Doom's still kind of blowing things up, makes it pretty tough. You haven't over-invested in the rest of the characters. Striker, Raider, Healer, that's okay. I kind of like her as a Psylocke as a level 5 Skirmisher, but Raider works. You know, she's already war ready. It's not worth changing it these days. Until this team gets like reworked or something, then maybe, you know, you might want to look at the level 5 Skirmisher. That way she really sticks those negative effects when she strips them off of her team and puts them onto the enemy team. Yeah, this is fine. It's a great build. I like the Uncanny defense. I don't see a lot you could do differently here. It's a good job. I think I'm going to give you an A- for this one. It's not, you know, there's no team that can't be beat. And this one's getting a little old. It is. It's starting to get a little bit old. People are really starting to figure out how to go into this. So, you know, watch your history, see what they're using. If they start using the same kind of teams on it, I mean, if they're punching down into it, by all means, keep it up here. Okay, here's another older defense. This is a hybrid, of course, but we've seen this for a minute now, and Coulson's probably the weakest link on this one for you. You have 2 strikers and 2 people putting out vulnerables, so that's pretty good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this team. I kind of like what you're doing here. Coulson could use a little pick-me-up, trying to get a little more damage out of him. He's not a great character, though, so that's a tough thing to throw resources in. Really a back-burner build if you're adamant about keeping this defense. Otherwise, you could look into things like putting different new warriors in here, stuff like that, or breaking the team up altogether, going with a standard... Actually, I don't recommend doing the standard Inhumans build. That's just kind of waste of Black Bolt right there. You might as well be using Black Bolt on offense for something. This team does work pretty well on offense. I really think you should take her to a level 5 Skirmisher. I think that helps. Also, if you can get her into the blue, like a level... What are we calling it now? 2.3 Skirmisher? I like that. 2.3 Skirmisher, right? Then she'll be putting out double vulnerables, which gives you more options to work with. You could then make him back into a striker and get him doing some turn meter rewind and things like that. But But yeah, it's good. There's not a lot you could do. I'm gonna say a minus on this. It's just an old team, and it could use a little pick me up here and there. But it's a hard sell to reinvest into this team. All right, team number 7 is the New Warriors with the Eternals. I'm calling this team the Eternal Warriors. You heard it here first, folks. The Eternal Warriors. I doubt that's gonna stick, but whatever. Anyway. So we've got 3 strikers and 2 skirmishers. Here's where you want to take Cloak to a level 2.3 skirmisher, right? Make him a 2.3 skirmisher. You could make Cersei a 2.3 skirmisher. She is amazing in the arena. I'm having a little bit of trouble with mine because I don't have her geared up right. Neither do the rest of my team. You know, the rest of my team isn't geared up enough either. So I'm still kind of punching up to 300k into those... into that pesky Infinity Watch. Anyway, yeah, this is amazing team, right? This is new, it's fresh. If you're going to be throwing the Eternals on defense, now's the time to do it. The only problem I see with this team is that Icarus isn't war ready, you know? And I would give you an A+ for this team if he was war ready. You know what? Professor Runbledork left me his wand. I wonder if we could fix this. Okay. Fixo ISO. Oh. Ha! Look at that. A+. Good job. I like it. Okay. Team number 8 is the Heroes for Hire. Okay, so starting with Luke Cage, you've got Fortifier. I dig that. Healer on Iron Fist. I think we could actually do better by going to a Skirmisher, but he's already level 5 healer. If you want to keep him, keep him. Then we got Misty Knight as a Skirmisher, then Striker on Wing, and Raider on Shang-Chi. I think it's great. Everybody's arguing about placement these days, but I think we're splitting hairs on this one. I like your placement. I think it's just fine. I think you get an A for this team. Team number 9. Okay, we have the Secret Avengers with Kestral and Emma. This is an OP defense. This is nuts, okay? I think maybe, I think the only thing that is wrong with this team is that you should be using them on offense, right? That's it. Look, you got healer, striker, skirmisher. Maybe make Sam that 2.3 skirmisher, right? So he's putting the double vulnerables out on the field. Now, of course, remember, just because he's putting out 2 vulnerables doesn't mean it's going to work well. You're not able to pick the targets on defense, obviously, unless you have somebody that, you know, puts out taunts or something like that on the opposing team. But the thing is, you know, math-wise, you want to try and get 2 for 2. And by doing Sam as a 2.3 skirmisher, he's putting out 2 vulnerables, and then you have 2 strikers clearing them up. If you bring those strikers up to 2.3, though, they're going to be soaking up both of those vulnerables again, and now you're back in the same problem. So I'd say make him striker 2.2 and make him skirmisher 2.3, and you'll have the best value there. I do like this team for offense, though. I think it can do almost anything right now. So it is kind of a waste, but you know, if you're going to be AFK from the game for a day or a war or something like that, this is amazing defense, super scary, super tough to get through. Somebody's going to be probably punching down into it or making some mistakes because it's still kind of new. You got Emma in there with that cleanse, stripping the positive effects from the other team. It's just really good. See, I like to use the Secret Avengers with Emma against teams like the New Warriors when they're on defense. Although I don't know if it would work with this. I mean, he's got that ability block cleanse, unless he's stunned, and they just this is a scary team too. So who knows? I just like this team better for offense. I'm gonna go ahead and give you an. Ooh man, it's just so new and so scary. I can't give you the A for it. I kind of want to go B+. We're going to go A-. This is a really sexy team, and I like it. I just want to see you use it on offense and maybe bring up Sam. Okay. And finally, we have Infinity Watch on defense. I hope you got your alliances okay to do this, as full clear is still important to have this team available for Heroes for Hire. Not everybody has Omega Red on offense. I'm hoping you do. By the way, I didn't see Black Widow on your defense, so I'm hoping you're running Skilletary on offense back there. But, you know, this team's great. Look, you got proper ISOs. Placement is always negotiable with this team. It's huge. It's really going to frustrate your opponents when they realize that they have 24 hero for hire teams and this that they got to deal with. So, you know, it's nice. I like it. I like what you're doing. I still think this should be used on offense, so this is an A- right here. Okay. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. Be sure to hit me up on my Discord. Just go in there, at me, DM me, or just say, hey, where's Run 7? And somebody in there will let you know. And you can send me your picks for defense and have your team featured on Defense Up. I'm actually running about 2 weeks out now, so get on the list fast if you want. Okay, remember everybody, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and everyone else too, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, bye.